But I genuinely don't like when people in the perfume community are like, oh, if it's not beast mode, I don't want it. If it don't last 20 hours, I don't want it. Well, hello, beautiful souls. It's your girl, Zhane, coming at you with another video. And as you can tell by the title, this video is going to be all about my perfume community icks. What really annoys me, what grinds my gears, what gets under my skin when it comes to the fragrance community. As someone who is very much so involved in the fragrance community, I have a lot to say. I have a lot of things to get off my chest. This is a safe space. Y'all can go ahead and vent down below as well if y'all have some perfume community icks. But let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? So if you are new to my channel, hello again. My name is Zhane. Welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for clicking back onto another video. I truly appreciate you guys' support. So if you have not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and join the family, and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more videos from moi. Now let's get into it. I always start off with my lip combo. This lip combo is actually a part of a video that I filmed for my Everyday with Zhane channel. So if you have not subscribed over there, go ahead and subscribe. Okay, follow your girl. It's gonna be more beauty, hair, lifestyle vlogs, type of content, DIY, gel X nails. All that's gonna be over there, and here is gonna be all about fragrances, maybe like some body care type of stuff, but the stuff that's been happening over here will be here, and then the other things that I post will be over there. So if you're interested, go ahead and follow me over there. This look should be up within the next few days after this upload goes up. But I'm saying that to say I'm not telling y'all what my lip combo is, because y'all can watch the video. I wanted to just say, disclaimer, my opinions might be different from yours. This is truly just a safe space to like vent and kind of get my frustrations out there. I really feel comfortable talking to y'all and letting y'all know like how I've been feeling and like just what's been kind of blocking me over the last year or so. Like I really feel like I was gonna quit, y'all. I was gonna quit this community for real. Like it's just a lot sometimes, but we're here. We're gonna have a venting session. It's okay to release and vent, okay? I genuinely hate when people feel as though reviewers or influencers who are very critical or even rude are honest. That's my perfume ick, my main perfume community ick. People are glorified or, you know, labeled as being honest when they are genuinely just like a mean guy or girl talking about perfume oils and alcohol being a certain way, or the person wearing it is this way, like in a negative way. That really grinds my gears, because at the end of the day, it's literally just fragrance oil and alcohol, and we just make up all these stories or whatnot to like make ourselves feel better, which is quite annoying. Also, the fact that someone doesn't like a fragrance or a house or whatever strongly does not mean that they're honest. They could be just acting like that because they know that gets views, they know that gets people to follow them. Like they can have this persona of just being a mean guy or a mean girl. That's what their brand is centered around. I'm not that type of person. I'm quite positive for the most part. I have my bad days, of course. I'm not a mean girl. Like that's just never been my thing. I've never been that girl. That's not my vibe, and I try not to align myself with people who are like that. So if you like that content, you know, the mean guy, mean girl, people talking mess, cool. I try not to talk down on fragrances or perfumers or brands, because at the end of the day, like, fragrance to me is art. So when you say something is trash or it sucks or it's bad or it stinks, like, to me that's basically telling that perfumer and the creative director that they created something that was a mess. And they've invested their time and their money and their resources into this project that y'all are saying are trash or disgusting or stinks or whatever. That just grinds my gears. I would not go up to an artist and say, that's trash, that's terrible. Who are you to say that? Because somebody likes it. I'm just saying. So that's why I approach fragrances or reviews the way I approach them. Just because it's not for me doesn't mean that it's not for someone else. Let's get out of this like mean guy, mean girl type of vibe, because that's not cute at all. This is something that's been going on for a long time, and don't get me wrong, there are some people who fall into this category, the PR hate. I'm gonna speak for myself and myself only. I can't speak for everybody else, but for myself, I genuinely hate the fact that so many of us creators, or myself even, get hate for receiving PR or having sponsored videos. Like, that's how I make my money. That's how a lot of us who do content creation make our money full time. is through sponsorships. A PR package is just a gift. So if a brand sends me a PR package and I'm willing to lie for them, that shows my character, which I don't do. If I don't like something, I either don't showcase it or I say that it's not for me. That's that on that. It's easy. It's so easy. Now, some people, they can, I guess their judgment could be swayed or whatnot for them getting free product, but for me over here, that's not what happens. I'm always respectful, no matter what, whether I like it or not. Sometimes I even have to reach out to the brand like, hey, you sent me this fragrance, I genuinely don't like it, like it's not my style. So with all that being said, I'm gonna give you a little insight as far as being a content creator. There are a lot of fragrance brands, and this can be another perfume community ick, but a lot of fragrance brands or just brands in general expect you to produce content for them from a free product, and that's not how it works, because a free perfume does not pay my bills. A free perfume does not pay for my daughter's tuition. Free perfume does not put food on the table for my family. It's not gonna happen. So I think the fragrance community and these brands need to understand that they need to pay us creators. If you want to gift us something, gift it. Don't expect nothing in return. It's PR. But if you want that exposure, you have to pay. A free perfume does not pay my bills. A free perfume does not put food on the table for me and my family. Just saying. So a free perfume, if you think skews my judgment or anyone else's judgment, then I think that that's something that you should deal with yourself, or the perfume community should deal with themselves. I just cannot understand the PR hate. And if someone is willing to sacrifice or jeopardize their integrity for a free bottle of perfume, like I said earlier, it just shows their character and it shows that they have no integrity. And I got that. This is another controversial topic, and it's a quite sensitive topic, and I think we should just have a full discussion on this one day. But let's talk about dupes or inspired fragrances or inspired houses, dupe houses, Middle Eastern fragrances that are dupes. Let's talk about dupes. So I have my personal opinion, and I struggled for a long time with the concept of dupes, because this is hard for me to say, but I believe dupes or inspired fragrances are plagiarism. Like, that's how I feel, because at the end of the day, if I wrote a paper and it's my own ideas, my own creativity, my own style, and someone literally puts a small twist or exactly copies my work, that's plagiarism. If Shein takes a Balenciaga bag and does the exact same bag but without the logo, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a problem, because Shein has been sued before for taking one fashion designer's concept and all that and putting it on their website as their own, and they got sued for that. So I don't understand how people are so okay with like being openly plagiarizing. But I say all that to say that's my personal opinion. However, being in the space that I'm in, and as a content creator and as a fragrance reviewer who gives suggestions, I know that people cannot afford a $460 Amouage Guidance 46 fragrance. I know people can't afford a $250 fragrance. So people have to go to dupes, spend $30, $40, $50, $60 on a perfume that they can afford because it's in their budget. I get that, and that's what makes it so hard for me, because these dupe houses, these dupe fragrances are offering something that smells similar to the original for an accessible price. I get that. I understand that. I just feel myself that I personally would like to have the original, just to support the original creation, the creator, perfumer, brand, all the things, especially if I really enjoy the brand. Now, when it comes to the dupes, I'm cool with having them in my collection, so I can suggest them for people who are on a budget. But in my personal opinion, I don't like the idea of a brand copying another brand's work and selling it. Like, it just bothers me. Now, if it's like a fragrance oil or something like that, cool. But if it's like a full-blown perfume and like has its own campaign and all that, like, it just doesn't sit right with me. But again, like I said, I am kind of a hypocrite because I do have them in my collection and I do recommend them, because again, I understand that not everyone has it like that. Not everybody can save $300, $400. That's a car payment. You know, like, these fragrance prices are getting out of hand. But I do believe that everyone should have access to smell good and to feel good and to feel confident. So that's my dilemma. But I do not like the idea of dupes. Like, I don't like the idea of them taking someone's work, plagiarizing it, and making it your own. Even if you say it's inspired, it's still taking away from that original creators, original perfumers, original brands, concept, and creative direction, just to be like copied and pasted somewhere else. It's very controversial, and I will continue to recommend more affordable products, but just the concepts of the dupes, it's hard. It's hard, y'all. It's hard. Now, this next issue is one that's kind of the opposite of the last one. Let me say this. Not every luxurious, expensive fragrance is worth the money, but I'm gonna say what's worth your money is subjective. So I try to stay neutral as possible, unless it's very blatant that spending $400 for this perfume is quite excessive, especially for like what you get, if that makes sense. So I also believe that expensive, luxurious fragrances are not all worth that high price tag. A lot of times you're getting upcharged, just like any other luxury designer house. You're getting upcharged for the name, not necessarily for the product inside. And that's why I personally like to stick to more niche fragrances if they are luxurious, because for the most part they understand presentation, formulation, concentration. All those things matter to the consumer. But when it comes to like a lot of private lines, they might have some nice presentation, but the scent profiles might be too basic or not original enough, like some niche fragrances are. So that's kind of my take on that. Not all luxurious fragrances are worth that price tag, and you can skip out on it and try something that's a little bit more affordable. Not saying go for a dupe, but like just go for a more affordable niche option versus like a private line fragrance. I'm gonna use for an example Tom Ford. Their private line, they have some nice fragrances, but do I think they're worth the price tag, $450 ml, and that plastic cap? Absolutely not. But if you like Tom Ford, if you like those types of scents, if you like the scent profiles and the concentration and all that, do your thing. But for me and my money, I don't think Tom Ford is worth it. Even though I do have Tom Ford fragrances in my collection, I had to purchase them a few times to understand that. So yeah, that's just my take on that. We all are entitled to our own opinions, and these are mine. Okay, it's mine. So last but certainly not least, this is a simple one. Okay, I'm not getting too deep for this one, but I genuinely don't like when people in the perfume community are like, oh, if it's not beast mode, I don't want it. If it don't last 20 hours, I don't want it. But in reality, if you really love fragrances, you are able to kind of compromise on some things. I have some fragrances that I head over heels am in love with that do not project as loudly as some of my other fragrances, because I feel like there's a time and a place. Like, having that variety is great. Having fragrances that are loud and that are attention grabbing, that's great. But then also having something that's a little bit subdued or closer to the skin is nice, because it's a time and a place for everything. There are certain occasions where I just will not wear a fragrance at all, or wear a loud fragrance, because it's not appropriate. It's a time and a place, and again, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but it just really grinds my gears that people in the fragrance community are always asking about performance, when in reality they should just be asking about the scent profile, the cost. Is it worth it for them? Because if everything is beast mode in your collection, I'm telling you now, and if you overspray, I'm telling you now, you're choking everybody out, and that's not a pleasant experience. So knowing when and where to wear things, like kind of like a fragrance etiquette, that's what it is. A lot of us don't have like fragrance etiquette or decorum, and we should. Everything does not have to be beast mode or 20 hours of wear. You can have some fragrances that you have to reapply, you know? I think that's the beauty of it. It's refreshing yourself. And also you have to realize that your nose does become used to your scent, even if it's projecting off of your skin. It's to help you not get a headache. Like, your body is coping for you. So even if you can't smell it, other people definitely will be able to smell it for the most part. All right, y'all, so that's all I have for you today. I'm tired of being negative and venting. I'm telling y'all, the perfume Icks, it's real for the community, because we are quite judgmental. We are quite judgmental, but at the end of the day, like, it's just fragrance oils and alcohol. It's okay. It's fine. Some things I feel like are morally wrong myself personally, but I understand. And when it comes to being flexible, I'm quite flexible. But there are some things I'm quite rigid on, like being a mean guy or a mean girl. That's never okay. It's never okay. So what are some of your perfume community icks? I would absolutely love to know. Y'all might even like jog my memory onto some other stuff I want to add it to my list, but I forgot. But those are what I had on my notes that I took notes on and I wanted to express to y'all, my perfume community icks. And if you are new to my channel, I do quiz you guys at the end of all of my videos just to see who's been rocking with me into the end or whatnot. And for today's video, go ahead and leave me the sick emoji, like the vomit, like he's about to vomit. That one. Leave me that emoji so I know you guys made it until the end. I love you guys so much, and I hope y'all still love me after this video. And I will see you all in the next one.